not long ago, I got a call from a person that I've been working with for a while with a really great organization. And she said, Andy, you got to help me out. We just had a horrifying experience. And I said, wow, what was it? And she said, well, we've been working with this curriculum that you're familiar with. It's really good. We really love it. The kids love it when we're doing it in school. But we're in the pandemic now, so everything has to be done virtually. And of course, it's harder to do things virtually. We're not really used to doing that. And we were really struggling. I mean, the kids weren't showing up. They weren't able to do this. It wasn't as engaging as it had always been before. So we decided that we would call the company that makes these and talk with them and see if we could get some advice. Maybe we thought stuff was happening elsewhere that might be instructive for us. So we got together on a Zoom call and we started explaining the situation. We love the program, we love the curriculum, but we need your help. And instead of providing us with the help that we thought we were going to get, we got what we really felt was a lot of pushback against us. That sort of what we were hearing was, oh, you're just not doing it right. Well, that's certainly a real possibility. And we asking for help. And, and all that we began to hear was this somehow was our fault. And whatever good ideas might have been sprinkled through the conversation on Zoom, it wasn't getting through to us. And I looked around the screen and I could see that our staff was really getting upset about this. And a couple of people looked angry, others looked discouraged, some looked like, what is going on? And I said, well, what did you do? And she said, well, for the longest time, I didn't do anything because I didn't know what to do. So, and then I kind of pushed back myself against this person and said, this is not helpful. We just want some assistance from you and so on and so forth. And, pretty soon it was clear the call was over. We weren't getting what we wanted and we were disappointed and discouraged and we ended the call. So now I just need to know what to do next. What am I going to tell my staff? What are we going to do? And I said, well, I'd like you to think about this experience a little bit differently. I know it was discouraging and disappointing and not what you thought was going to happen. But actually, this is a really important experience from a very different perspective. There were a lot of hidden gifts in this experience. And those will be the most important things in the long run that happen. And she just, stopped for a minute. She said, what do you mean gifts? And I said, well, a lot of things took place during that call that can really change, I think, you and your staff for the better. It's going to make a difference. These are gifts for you. And I said, I'm so confident that there's at least 10 of these, that if you come up with 10 gifts and you let me know that, I'll pay you $25. Let's make this kind of a little contest here. And she said, well, okay, what kind of gifts are you talking about? And I said, lessons, things that you learned that can make a difference in your lives and in your work. And she said, all right. Okay, I'll try it. And so a couple of days later, she called me and she said, I met with my team and I threw out this approach. And they first thought, like, this is ridiculous. But then they started thinking about it. And actually, we came up with 20 gifts. So we think you owe us $50. I thought, oh, maybe so. Maybe that's a good idea. You guys did great work. Tell me a few of the ones that you got. And said, well, gift number 1, you don't always get what you expect. And I said, oh, yeah, that's an important one to know. Important one to keep in mind. Good lesson. Good gift. And number 2, she said, things don't always turn out the way you think they ought to or should. I said, good. That's really good, too. Number 3, she said, we sort of closed our minds off once things weren't heading in the direction we thought they were going to go. And we probably didn't really hear everything that was being said because of that. We started just generating thoughts in our own minds, push back on it, and so on. And so maybe there was stuff in there that we missed. I said, good. That's always great to know that. Anything else? And she said, yeah, even though we are really kind, compassionate, caring, good people, we never want to act like this person did with us. just really reminded us, let's be really careful and attentive to the conversations that we have and how we're coming across. I said, that's really terrific. And I'm sure you could go on and give us a bunch more because these are great. These are great. These are gifts. In the long run, these are what will really matter. Good job. I'll send you $50. There's a lesson in this for all of us. No matter how disappointing or discouraging or off-putting any of the things can be, or when we don't get what we want out of something or what we expect, there are going to be valuable lessons in it. And if we can unwrap those gifts that are given to us and we can explore those in terms of our own work and our own lives, it will matter. Let's be aware of things. Open the gifts. It counts.